الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. This is Muhammad Al-Andalusi. For those who might be the first time that you hear my name, I am the founder of AndalusInstitute.com, which is an online institution that teaches the Arabic language. And we have been blessed to enroll over 4,500 students for the past 5 years, and on average, the institute generates about, I would say, an average would be maybe $50,000. I would say. So as you guys can see, these are the numbers for 2025. This is revenue. So January was 70,000, 69,000, 86,000, 95,000. 2 months ago. Last month it was a little lower, and so these are my real numbers for 2025. So inshallah, I know one thing or two about running a Arabic institute online, and in this video, I want to go as in depth as possible about how I do it on a monthly basis. Not how I did it, not how some theory, but actually how I do it. And I'm not saying it's the best way, but we have been doing like this for 6 years, and this is all I've learned. So inshallah, you can learn a thing or two about teaching Arabic online and making actually a living, because this, I know I have been doing it for 6 years, and sometimes I become numb to the numbers and very unsensitized, but these are not regular numbers. These are top 1% earnings type of numbers. Like by month 3, the institute has pretty much generated, a yearly average salary of a person. And as a CEO, we are in June, and I have already paid myself almost 6 figures. So I have to remind myself many times that I cannot get used to this, even though naturally you become used to this. But yeah, it's such a blessing. So like I said, in this video, I will break down how I do it on a monthly basis, and hopefully you, as a Arabic teacher or Arabic teacher hoping to be an Arabic teacher, or even a student of knowledge, your Arabic doesn't have to be the best in order for you to run an online Arabic institute. That's another thing that a lot of people think. You have to be very good at Arabic, but it doesn't necessarily have to be like that. You can be a student of knowledge who just wants to have a business online that's location free. You can be whatever you are, as long as you have a Wi-Fi. You can run your team, and things can keep on going on a day-to-day basis. Now, let's start by, so we have spoken about what our institute have been able to accomplish. And let's debunk a little bit these numbers, so for you to understand a little bit better, and for you to actually not, think that everything goes into my pocket or my team's pocket. So these $404,000 by June 2025, or by May actually, this is revenue, right? So this is the money that came in. Now this is the operating expenses, meaning salaries, software, and things like that. So as you can see, it's pretty much more than half of it. And on average for this year, the profit margin has been at 28%. Okay, this is money put aside that's actually in the bank, so not the best, to be honest, in terms of savings. And this is profit in dollars, meaning after expenses and before my payout as the CEO and founder of the institute, these were the profits. And this is after CEO payouts. So again, not the best, because I have high expenses, but this is for you to imagine what is actually possible. again, I have been doing this for 6 years. You cannot expect to start this tomorrow and all of a sudden start making this type of numbers from one day to another. But just for some inspiration, because I remember in 2018 when I started all of this business, and I actually posted today my close friends on Instagram, which is as well entrepreneurs and so on. But I posted that I wasn't even intending to see how much we made in May, but I saw on the 7th of May that we basically crossed 100,000 dirham, which is about 25 to 27, $30,000. And this is revenue, by the way, or net sales. And so I remember that in 2018 I went to Iman Gaji's house. Iman Gaji, if you don't know who he is an entrepreneur from the UK, became very successful in the past 6 years. And when I started, I was kind of like introduced to many things by him. He was already making that type of money. I remember I went to his house. It was 6th of May 2018, and he opened his Teachable account, and he had made back then $25,000 in 6 days. To me, at that time, it was very impressive. I was like, subhanallah, these crazy amounts of money. Like, at that time I was thinking, I just need $2,000 a month to continue my studies in Egypt and just seek knowledge wherever I want to be, Mauritania, Egypt, whatever place I want to be. So he gave me a lot of inspiration. And this is the reason why I really want to show you guys the numbers so you see what is possible. Because like I said, again, this is life-changing money. This is life-changing money. And amongst all the different things that I've been able to do with this type of cash flow, the most fulfilling thing is last year buying a house for my mom. So part of the money, it was about $30,000. It was from the house that we sold from Spain, but the rest of it, the deposit that I put initially to hold the house, the 25,000, and then I paid all the way until about 85,000 or something like that, and the whole payment, it was about 130,000. All of these I was able to pay it in a few months because of this. So this is the reason why I'm showing you these numbers, so you realize what is possible with your skills and being able to be involved in knowledge, right? Teaching Arabic, want it or not, you are going to be involved in knowledge when you're teaching. So it's such a blessing. And this is the reason why I am very passionate about this and why I decided to start this YouTube channel. And I decided to start teaching you guys after 6 years of doing this, up and down, difficulties and easy times, to inshallah motivate you and show you how you can do it as well. Now, going to how I actually do it. So, in simple terms, what we do is 3 things. Okay? The most important part is the last one. So the most important part is this one right here. Okay, which we're going to call it retain. Retain students. i.e., teach them the best way you can so they stay happy because they're learning, and so you retain them. Okay, this is just business. I don't necessarily like this type of terminologies, but this is just business terms. And then another thing that we do is sell. And then another thing we do is marketing. Okay, so these are the most important parts that are required in this process of running Andalus Institute. And I mean, I could make just a 5 to 10 hour video just on retain, because when I said running, it triggered something in my mind, which is not necessarily always like the most important part is actually running it. Like you could even say that selling and marketing is the easiest part later on once you have a lot of students and they're all happy and so on. So if you just focus on these right here, these right here, and these will become easier. Okay, but let's talk about it step by step. So first of all is marketing. Now, for those of you new to the world of business and who is not too familiar with this type of terminology, so marketing in simple terms is basically grabbing somebody's attention who never heard about you, and now all of a sudden they know what you do. Okay, so if it's the first time that you're watching this video and you saw the thumbnail, you saw the title, whatever the title is, teaching Arabic online and so on, this was marketing. I marketed to you this video. And so you saw the video and now you know my face, you know what I do, you know some of my accomplishments. Okay, so this is the first step of what they call in the business world a funnel. So you're funneling people into a few steps. So they come this way, okay, through marketing. So this is marketing. And then you continue the funnel to the sales process. And then, ideally you retain them, as in you teach them. Okay, so marketing, the way how I do it is through social media. At this point, we are doing a lot of organic, and I mean we're not doing any paid traffic, but I want to let you know about paid traffic as well. So there's two things. There's number one, organic. Number two, paid traffic. Number one, organic is things like YouTube, which is free, Instagram, TikTok. I don't really like it, to be honest, but just for the sake of an example. Okay, and then paid traffic is, for example, Facebook ads. Then you have Google ads. Okay, this is paid traffic. And then there's obviously other ways like joint ventures and affiliates and things like that. But let's just talk about these two to keep it simple. Now, like I said, what we are currently doing, we did in the past paid traffic, but as of now, with the numbers that I showed you in the beginning, this is all absolutely organic. Now, organic from the very beginning, it is possible to do if you put a lot of effort in videos, if you do it well on YouTube, for example, it is possible to do. But we did run paid traffic in the past, and paid traffic, obviously, it takes money to make money in paid traffic. So you have to pay these platforms like Facebook and Google in order for them to show your advertisement to people. So you pay them to show your advertisement to people, and then people, if they like it and they are interested, they join through your ads. Now for YouTube, like this YouTube video right now, I am technically marketing to you, and this is costing me nothing, just my time, right, and effort. Same thing in IG, same thing in TikTok. As per the history of Andres Institute, we have seen that the best students come from YouTube, and IG and TikTok, they're not that serious of students. And if you think about it logically, people, when they go on these type of platforms, TikTok and IG, they're not necessarily there to learn. They're there to be entertained. But most of the times when people go on YouTube, they are ready to watch a 5, 10, 1 hour video. And so they spend more time learning and as well hearing you speak. And obviously on YouTube, you have more space for going a little bit more in detail, which increases the trust of people, and they feel more inclined to join in your program or your institute, whatever it might be. So YouTube is a big W when it comes to marketing. So in terms of marketing, that's how it's done. Okay, and the idea is basically just let people know what you do. Let people know. a lot of people in the beginning they want to start with